Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to episode 30 of Player Life. Still out here in Tokyo. It is Wednesday, the 9th of December. Yep, another day in the life. Yes, so I was I was listening to MLD's Salt webinar this morning, and you know, Afi was spitting some fire. I was listening in, but Afi was handling a lot of the questions, but some of the questions that were coming up, were like, what should you do, if when you're approaching, or how, what techniques should you use and what should you say, or like, people were asking for feedback. And I've always said it's not really about what you say, it's about how your confidence level. Miguel in the house, what is good? Got training now. Yeah, bro, it's all good. Check it out later. Know your worth in the house. What is up, brother? Yep. What is good? So yeah, I was I just got me thinking about, that it's all about your confidence level, because guys can learn all these scripts and quite honestly, scripts are mostly bullshit. I mean, it's about increasing your confidence level. Just think, if someone rolls up to you and they're all nervous and they're acting kind of, like they have some kind of agenda, they're gonna be turned off by it. Or if some dude rolls up to you on the street and he's acting kind of fidgety and like he's it seems as though he has a script, then it's it's suspicious. So it's the same thing. It's the same things for these chicks. Christian Matico in the house. What is good? Getting that lift in, listening to game. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just something that I've learned over the years, is that, from doing game, it's really not about what you say. It's about how you act. It's about, not being afraid of silences. Sometimes guys, you see guys doing game, or you can see it on YouTube. You see these kind of like boot camps, and guys go up and do some kind of, they're told by some dating coach about what to say, and they get so caught up in the script, in trying to, like, get the script out, get the speech out, that they have no idea. They're not paying attention to the to how, the female's body language, and that's the most important thing, is to pay attention to how she's reacting to you. Because some girls will just, like, stay talking to you out of politeness, just while you're, like, talking shit, and she'll just have zero interest. And guys without game can't even pick up on that, because they're too, like, they're in their own head. They're like, they might as well be staring at a blank wall, because they're, like, just trying to, like, get this, like, script out. They're trying to, like, they're worried that they have to make some kind of joke to get, to impress her. Where, when, in reality, you don't need to make a joke. Just because you make a joke, like if you get some joking, doesn't mean she's gonna sleep with you. I mean, you know, if joking's your thing, if that's what you're into, then make a joke. But some guys will postpone or back out or hesitate to approach because they can't think of some like kind of witty remark to say to the chick. And it's like you don't even need any witty remarks. The most important thing is that you approach and you're cool about it. Um, Taj shit in the house. The day gamer's killing it. Going to blow up soon. Cheers, bro. Good stuff. Hopefully so. Yes. So you know, it's just about putting in the reps. You really just need to put in the time because just getting more interactions in with women. Rizzo the Rat, what is up? What is up, bro? So that's how you build the confidence. That's how you build up, build up, build up. Like every approach you make, you'll get more confidence. And Afi said something that was kind of really real. Like he said, when guys start doing game, if you're like reaching for stars and you just start doing game, it's not the best idea. If you're like a 5 as a guy, if you like look at yourself in the mirror and you mark yourself out of 10 in terms of everything, and give yourself an honest review, and then think like, okay, who can I really be approaching if you're a beginner? Like realistically, you know, obviously, usually you would say, yeah, reach for the stars, but realistically, if you're just starting game and you're not really a high value dude and you're just not really in the best shape, you're working on it, but if you're constantly reaching for 9s and 10s and you're just starting game and you're walking up to them with and you're nervous and not confident, you're going to get rejected like so much. Like the thing is, you're going to get rejected anyway, but the thing is, in order to build like the confidence, in order to build your confidence, it's easy for me to say to guys like, oh yeah, just have a thick skin. And you do need a thick skin. I stand by it. You do need resilience, you do need the tenacity, but you do need a certain percentage of success too, because if it's all rejection, then that's just gonna really it's gonna, yeah, like Afi said, it's gonna, you're gonna be watching black pill videos. You're gonna be going to the dark corners of YouTube, dark corners of the web. You'll just start getting demotivated. You need some level of success, like a little. You need those little bites, now and then. So, if you're starting out game, you should be going for 6s. And I'm not saying you should stick with the 6s, but you should try and understand you should try and get some success with 6s, so that you build up that confidence. You're buying a few 6s, you get a routine down, you get the system down, you get your system, you understand how you do it, and then you start going up towards 7s. Then you bang some 7s. Then you get up to 8s, and then you go up to 9s, and then you bang, and then when you have your system down, when you've had all these girls that I mean, let's be honest. I mean, a 7, what's the difference between a 7 and a 10, really? I mean, sometimes 10s are they're more of a burden, because it's going to be hard to meet a 10 that isn't a bitch. Really, most 10s are going to be really entitled, so you're probably going to be better off with a 7, to be honest, because 7s are going to be, they're going to have this, they're going to have less entitlement. They're 10s are just can be a lot of work. I mean, they're and at the end of the day, there's not that much of a difference, but they're just more hassle. Um, but um, with proper game, though, you can obviously get them. But you know, if you're just looking to smash, I mean, you can you can swing down to the lower hanging fruit, down to and it's going to be a lot easier to get them into bed basically than a 10 who thinks wants to be wined and dined and all this bullshit. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. You need to like start off like with you know I'd say like sixes. Yeah, it depends on each individual's circumstances. Depends on like each guy's physical condition, his his SMV, his sexual market value. If a guy's a 4, you know he should be he should, he has to understand that he's gonna be you're lucky to get a 5 or a 6. If some guy is like really overweight and like it really doesn't even have confidence, doesn't have any of that, then you can't be going up trying to game like 7s or 8s and then be getting rejected and you'll probably get rejected 100 out of 100 times if you're a very low value guy and you're like you have no game skills. So it's just a thing of needing to like increase your SMV and like learning how to be confident, because it's all about confidence. It really is. It's like you just imagine like I often just think about someone that that's obviously like a player, a king pimp, or like like imagine like the thumbnail was Sean Connery. Can you imagine 007 Sean Connery, old school Sean Connery, approaching a chick and like like stuttering and like being all nervous? Like you can't imagine it, right? It's just not going to happen. So you need to imagine yourself as someone like that, even if you're not. You need to imagine how would they react. How would someone like this react? Would someone that is successful with women behave like nervously? No, they wouldn't. You can't be nervous, and the only way to get over your nervousness is to keep doing it and get that little bit of success. Yeah, who knows? I mean, if you're like really the main thing is to get success. The main thing to get your ball rolling is to get some success. And if guys suck, really suck and are having no luck, it's almost worth like punching down, like just to get the success, just to understand the system. Like punch down, like stop having this like huge ego. Punch down, like you punch down, figure it out. At least you can get some notches, and then you can kind of solidify your dating system. Because if you've approached 100 chicks and nothing has come out of that, then there's something wrong with you. We can criticize women and all that, but it's obviously, if you're getting rejected like an inordinate amount of times, you got to reflect on yourself. And that's what I always, if I start getting above average rejection, I take a look at myself. I take a look at myself in the mirror, because it's like you gotta wonder, there's going to be a reason for it. And yeah, I mean, I'll admit it, back, I've punched down at times, and I can say that I have punched down, but usually it's not from day game. But when I first started doing day game, like I would approach like it would have been a lot of 6s, like approachable girls, like and then once I started having success, with average looking girls, like once I figured like, whoa, this is possible, um, then it's you can approach like you kind of approach hotter and hotter girls, or just girls that are your type. And that's the other thing. It's like it's objective too. It's subjective. I'd be out with MLD and I'd see some hot chick and I'd be like, God damn, look at that. And he'd be like, nah, I don't, I'm not into that. Or like, she's all right, but she'd be a 10 for me. Or like, she'd be like tick all the boxes, like, but for him might not be something, might not be his 10. She might be like a 7 for him. And that goes for most guys I hang out with. They might see some chick, she's like, I'd say she's like, whatever, 6 or 7, and they'd be like, oh, she's, they'd be a 10 for her. So just it's all about kind of going after what you want, like what gets you off. So like, who cares, like if your mates think like she's not a 10 or whatever, but she's a 10 for you. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's just about getting after what you want. Rizzo the Rat says, how many girls do you approach in a week on average? I mean, it depends on how many girls I have on rotation, how busy my sex life is. I mean, it's kind of like supply and demand. I mean, right now, I just online dating is pretty much providing me with everything I need. And I kind of supplement that with day game and night game, going out at night. And so it's like, my name's Mac the Day Gamer, but like I don't just focus on, it's not only day game. Like, sometimes it's like my main source is like day game. So I'd approach at least one girl a day, at least. So that's like 7 girls a week, at least, just when I'm out and about, just going to the store or whatever. I'd make it. You kind of have to remind yourself to do it, like, because sometimes when you get out of the habit of it, if you're getting, when I'm getting a lot of pussy anyway, like from online, from whatever, like from contacts that I've met out in the nightclub, in the bar, it's just it's sometimes you have to like remind yourself to engage in day game. And other times, if your well, if my well is kind of drying up, like because the girls fall off rotations and whatever, then I'll notice my day game will like increase. Like maybe I'll approach 2 girls a day. Maybe if it's if I really need to replenish the stocks, it'll be like 3 girls a day, and that adds up. 7 by 3, 21 girls a week, 21 like new girls. It adds up. And then some days it might, so it's hard to say, to give you a straight answer. There's not really any averages, because it goes up and down, depending on how much pussy I'm getting, to be honest. Like that's and right now it's kind of low, because I'm not approaching as much, just because I I have plenty of women around me. And I have plenty of women I haven't even met, that are in the pipeline. So there's just a lot going on. I was out, some days I might approach no girls, but I was out on Saturday night. I talked about this on I can't remember which day it was, but I was, I was out in bars and clubs. And I came out, it was kind of like late, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I met this other dude. He was asking me, was there many chicks in the club? And I was like, nah, it's like not a good night. There was just a lot of dudes in there. So we just started gaming on the street. And, I just got a lot of numbers. I mean, downtown in Tokyo, at night. Even though it was late, there was a lot of traffic on the streets. But yeah, I just did a lot of game. I got a lot of numbers, and I think I made out with like three different chicks. So if you put, it depends on the situation or how much effort you put into it. Um, and another kind of question guys ask is like, should they like put in time, like to do like set aside time to do day game, and it's like you can do that, but it's not ideal. I mean, you really want to kind of be incorporating game into your life as kind of a lifestyle, because as soon as you start like putting aside time to go out and do day game, that kind of eats up a lot of time. It becomes very inefficient. It's like, okay, you're really kind of, you should be going around, focusing on yourself, on your hobbies, on your purpose. You shouldn't. And then like while you're on your purpose, while you're doing things that you like to do, you should be gaming on your way to wherever you're at, because that's way more time efficient. And also it can get, it can kind of put too much pressure on guys when they decide, okay, Saturday afternoon I'm going to go out and do game for like 3 hours. And it's like, if it doesn't work out, if you're just not on that day, you wasted, like, it feels like a real waste of time, like where you wasted like 3 hours. you know um it's way more satisfying as well when you say like, yo, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then you see a hot girl like wherever at the convenience store, and you approach her outside or whatever, and you try and get her number, and then it means you didn't waste like 3 hours of your day. you know it's really possible to like make, you know you could easily make 3 or 4 approaches a day, like easily, if obviously depending on where you live too. Like if you're in a city, if you're in a built up place, yeah, you can make approaches. um but it just becomes a lot. It becomes like very kind of, it can just become very wasteful to spend a lot of time, putting time aside to approach chicks. So like I always say, guys are better off incorporating it into their lives, and at the same time, you know, be be open. Never put all your eggs in one basket. That's the thing. That's the thing. You can never like just be like, oh, I'm just gonna do day game. I'm just gonna do online. I'm just gonna do night game. No, you do. You kind of be open to doing them all. Like, I mean, that's how you get laid a lot. That is how you really can get like some serious like notch counts. You know, you can really kind of get sleep with a lot of women if you're open to various sources. Even whatever in your, I don't go to a gym, but you know I work out like at home or like in the park. There's like, I do calisthenics. So sometimes I see, especially in the summer, sometimes I see like a hot girl in the park. I'll approach her, and try and get her number. And the thing is, I don't invest into these like approach. I don't invest any much energy into these approaches. And I don't mean I'm going up all lethargic and like. I mean, I don't invest much mental energy into an approach. I don't overthink it. Like during MLD's webinar this morning, Salt webinar, someone was asking about how they should, or what they should say, or like what kind of witty thing should you say when you approach. And it's like, you shouldn't almost really be even thinking that deeply about it. If you notice something like off the bat, say it. If you see something, but you don't want to come across as like too much of a clown either. Like if it's too strong, or if it's too like, some of these girls don't really even have a good sense of humor. They might think you're making fun of her. Um, it's just I would always say keep it kind of natural. Don't feel like you need to joke around. Like, you don't need to joke around. Obviously, if you can think of a genuinely funny thing to say, that'll break the ice. Like, that'll be like, if it comes naturally. But as soon as it becomes forced and like kind of this like performative, like you're just trying to perform something in front of them without paying attention to how they are receiving what you're saying. You should that's the thing. And guys, it's like a lot of guys are just afraid of silence. And it's like you really don't need to be afraid of like a little bit of silence. That's why guys are like, get like, it sounds like they're they're almost getting breathless because they don't want they don't want like even a second of silence, because they think that'll be like too awkward, and it'll just be like they're just trying to spit out like as much as they can. And then that comes across as like, just that doesn't come across as being very confident. um the time traveler, what is up? Good morning, good morning. um uh Marcus in the house, what is up? Yes, so yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't know, confidence is king. I mean, it really, you just really need to, it's really something that you just like, to have genuine confidence, it needs to come like, with experience. That's how you get genuine confidence, like when it comes with experience. And if you don't have genuine confidence, you like try and fake at least try and fake having confidence. um and yeah, just like shoot your shot, and don't worry about it failing. Don't worry about failure. um that's the thing. Like, you can't be worried that, oh, it's, what if I say this, and like, that shows that you're investing too much into it. If you're worried about failure, it's not that big a deal. Like, it's like, who cares? Like, no one gives a crap. No one cares. um Guys invest way too much like energy into like building up like the courage to like make an approach, just overthinking it, really. What was I going to say? I had something. Yeah, it was just yeah, and it's just, when a girl like sees that a guy doesn't have confidence, then that's the biggest red flag for her, that she can do better. Even if she's like, she's not better than you. Like, if she's within your range, if she's within your league, she'll still perceive you as lesser, because you don't appear to be confident. She'll think, oh, it's all about the subliminal messaging. These girls want to know that they're with a guy that has experience, that has sexual experience. And if you're coming across as being nervous around her, then that tells her that you see her as a girl that is out of your league, and you're kind of trying to punch up too high. Girls just don't like that. It just doesn't turn them on. It doesn't do anything for them. Play on Waro in the house. What is up? What is up? Yeah, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like, and like, that would be good. Good for the old algorithm. Yeah, but for me, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of online activity, just mainly with Bumble. But then there has been night game too, and that's been good as well. I just had a funny thing happen today. not even that funny, but um, I matched with a girl from I went on this date with a girl, a couple. When was it? It was around March, I'd say, around March from Bumble, and she wasn't even that hot. Like she was all right. I'd say she's a six to be honest. But it was kind of a casual date. It was like in the spur of the moment, and we went and smoked some shisha, some hookah. It was kind of it just so happened that I was in the area, and then we did like immediate date. But yeah, this chick pretty much like ghosted me after the date. But then I saw her again on Bumble, and I just matched with her like just to see. I just swiped right just to see like would she match with me, and she matched with me. But like this girl like is when a girl like ghosts like a six ghosts you, like she's in the like permanent like Netflix and chill at best category. Like there's you wouldn't like I would never go on a date with this girl. Like she's like she did not, she a six getting ghosted by a six. No, thank you, not doing that. She was lucky to like have gotten a date out of me, but um, it's just funny about how entitled these chicks are. And this chick was like telling me all about her. She had threesomes and all this, and she was like, we were just kind of having a, open discussion on the date. I stand by it. Like when girls talk about this, that sexually open on a date, it usually, it usually doesn't. It usually means that you're not going to get laid when you start getting sexual before you even have sex. It means I don't know what it is, but it means that they don't. I don't know. They're just it's too kind of casual or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's kind of almost disrespectful. It's almost disrespectful when they start telling you about other guys that other things that they did, and because it tells you that they've done this before, and if you don't like hook up on the first date, that means like she didn't see you as that, or there wasn't any chemistry. So yeah, we didn't even hook up, but yeah, she was, I basically I told her like, so I didn't want to get into it with her on Bumble, because Bumble I like will ban you. Like girls have way too much power on Bumble. They can just report you and you'll get your account deleted. I've had my account deleted for like nothing I've been banned from Bumble twice for doing like not even like little jokes or whatever, like little um but I remember one time I got banned on Bumble for sending the empty egg carton. Some girl was getting a bit cheeky with me, so I just sent her the end. She was like post wall or whatever. I sent her the empty egg carton. I got banned, but that I don't think that's deserving of getting banned. Anyway, that's just an example. But so I got her to another messaging app, and she started. I started. We just started. I just started talking, because the other thing is I don't like more insulting. She's a six, and she was behaving like she didn't remember who I was, because she sent me a message that was like, oh hey, nice to match with you or something. I'm like, what? Like I don't know if she's pretending she doesn't know who I am, like like but so I was like, hey, so I said I just said to her, like, if you want to continue talking, add me online. So she added me online, and I said, haha, you don't remember me? We went on a date. I'm insulted. And then she said, um, same time that you are testing me, I am testing if you really did remember. So I don't know what the hell she's on about, because I'm the one that, I remember. I don't think she remembered, or she's pretending not to remember. Because you know, when girls do things like this, when girls ghost, like when I got ghosted by her, it was probably like she's probably getting dicked down by multiple guys. There's a reason. Like you just don't get ghosted. Like if she didn't have anything else going on, she obviously had other dudes like in her life. So but she said, what did she say? She said, since there was a lack of follow up, I'm hurt. I don't know what that means. Um, I said, of course I remember. Why would I pretend? And she said, so you're admitting to it. I don't know if there's a language barrier here or something, but like she's not making any sense. Um, I said, admitting what? We went on a date, but you don't remember. I know exactly when and where. And then she says, okay, you say where and I will tell when. So I don't know if this girl has a head like a sieve. I'd love to. I genuinely don't know if she genuinely doesn't remember how many white guys in Tokyo with red beards are there. There's probably not. I don't know. She's either really stupid, or she's just messing. She's just playing around. And it's funny because she's really not really worth playing around with. Like she doesn't have that. You know, she's not that hot. Um, but it's just this kind of like entitlement. Um, so I said, Shibuya, we smoked shisha, and you told me that you had done some threesomes before, because she was telling me all about her sex life in the date, and you know, it's whatever. Like I said, I don't usually go there on a date. I like if it because you know, just from experience, I don't like bring up like sex unless in only certain rare situations when it's clearly some kind of hookup. If you even, but that's usually you've already started talking about sex on the app. But on a date, I usually don't unless like they start, and then it's like once a girl starts telling you about her ex boyfriends, her her threesomes, her sex life. It's disrespectful. It's like okay, and usually sex doesn't happen. Just from my experience, I've been on a lot of dates. Not it just it's kind of like it's like they're like okay, I don't see this guy as a sexual partner. I'm just gonna like have a conversation with him. I'm gonna be open about my sex life because I'm not gonna sleep with this guy anyway. I'm just gonna. I kind of get that vibe. I guess that's my hot take on why they do that. They're like, okay, I don't see this guy as boyfriend material. I don't see him really as a sexual partner. I'm just gonna, have an open, honest discussion with him. Like it's kind of like therapy for them. Anyway, she said, LOL, it's funny the essentials you remembered from our conversation. So yeah, it's 100% her. I know it's her. It's obviously her. So then I said, I remember more than that. You ghosted me after it. So you know what that means. And then she said, no, I don't. What does that mean? I don't quite remember ghosting you. That doesn't sound right. And I said, you ghosted me for sure. If you ever do want to meet again, the only option is Netflix and chill. Seriously, the only option is like without a doubt, like Netflix and chill. I wouldn't even meet this chick if she agreed to come to my station and say, let's have a drink. No. If I get ghosted by 6, I'm not made, she's out, whatever. I'm not like, so she said, why is that the only option? Why is that the only option? You need to be such a simp to go on another date with a chick that at a 6 at best that ghosted you after a date. I had the decency to go on a date with this chick, and I think I paid for the shisha too. Whatever, it's all good, but like just to be clear, like to go on a date with after a girl ghosts you, like don't ever go on a date with them again. Like it's not a smart investment of time. It's really simpish behavior. So yeah, I just told her straight up because like I really don't care. I like I don't even really want to meet her. I'm just having fun with it. But so she said, why is that the only option? Because I just said, because I'm not a simp. And then she says, simp. And then I sent her like a kind of a dictionary definition screenshot of simp. Um, and then she replied, the description is fair. Entitled, I don't know what she's really talking about here, but she says, entitled sexual attention supposedly deserved. I agree that men don't need to be too attentive or submissive to women. It's a mutual attraction and connection if anything is to happen, never a transaction. So, she's not, really explaining, like, I just sent her a definition of what simp means because she didn't know what it means, and she sent me some nonsense reply. So I says, so yeah, going on a date after getting ghosted would be very submissive behavior. I'm cool with Netflix and chill though. And then she sent me back this dictionary definition of Netflix and chill, and it says Netflix is a popular TV and movie streaming service. Chill is a verb that in this context means relaxing. Netflix and chill as a distinct phrase means to watch Netflix with a romantic prospect with the eventual expectation of sexual activity. So I don't know. English obviously isn't this chick's first language. She obviously knows what Netflix and chill. She's pretending, this chick definitely knows what Netflix and chill is. Her English is that good. It is good enough to understand. By the way, she's completely westernized. I think this chick was from, I don't know, I can't remember, Singapore or Taiwan. It's a while ago. It was in March, but her English was very fluent. But her pretending not to know what these kind of phrases mean. So she said, maybe I'm not cool with Netflix and chill with someone that I barely know and have expectations that I couldn't meet. This is from a girl that was telling me, all about her sex life, her boyfriends, her threesomes, and like I do not care. Like I don't expect this chick to have sex with me. I don't care. Like I don't expect anyone to have sex with me, but I'm not gonna, go and waste my time and go on another date. It's just such like entitlement. Chicks think that they can like ghost guys, and the sad thing is a lot of guys would probably take a date with this chick, like, and just simp out and like pay for another date and be like, oh yeah, I'm going on another date with a completely unreliable girl that'll just waste my time, and as soon as I'm done with her, she'll go and fuck some other dude, or it's just all about investing your time smartly. So I said, are you trying to tell me you haven't done Netflix and chill before? And she said, I generally dislike expectations. If there is chemistry, it will go there. Just because there had been one date doesn't equate to anything. So I just, and then she said, thought to say hi and just see how you are doing, but it does appear you are not that interested in anything else outside of sexual favors. I mean, these chicks, like, yeah, they expect to be taken like seriously, as because they think that they can like ghost you, and then that you can just reset and go back to like they can get the same deal. If a girl behaves well, like I always say, if they behave well, if they're nice, if they're like respectful, if they don't make things difficult, yeah, take them on a date. Like they get the but there's it's like 3 strikes and they're out. But for me, it's like 1 strike. I mean, well, that's a big strike when a chick ghosts you, and then that's obviously like that means like that obviously makes up for 3 steps. She ghosted me, a 6 ghosted me, so boom, she's out. She gets to do Netflix and chill, and then she's trying to like they try and like gaslight you, try and like guilt you into like, oh, like the way she's trying to make me out to like that I have some expectations for sexual activity, and it's like, yo, like, I mean, of course I want to have sex, but I'm not gonna go out and invest time into a chick that like is not worth investing in. A completely unreliable, stupid waste of time. You need to let these chicks really need to be let know like that, they that they can't, behave like that. But the thing is, they can behave like it because most guys, like, I'd say most guys would probably would, like, in this day and age, the way guys are so blue pills, so beta male, most guys would probably go on a date with her. Just because the serious lack of game, serious lack of experience. They think, oh yeah, second chance. Yeah, I got a second chance. Yay, yo, gotta go out with another chick. Yeah, take her to dinner, buy her dinner. You know. Meanwhile, she's getting like spit roasted by some dudes. Who knows? Like she was telling me some dirty stuff. Um, but that's just a day in the life dealing with that kind of, those kind of chicks. um but they're out there. I mean, you know I have a friend in Canada right now, and he's sharing some like kind of sounds like a nightmare. Like, oh man, if that sounds bad, if that kind of entitlement sounds kind of annoying, then like the stuff he was sending me is like so much more annoying, like intensely annoying. Especially when you lump in with all the beer bug nonsense and the kind of Canada seems to be such an annoying place. I mean, I'm sure there's great stuff about it. It seems like a cool country, but I mean, socially, I mean, the people are so brainwashed in Canada. It seems like Canada's the most progressive, annoying kind of place. I don't know if there's anyone from Canada in this chat. But God, I don't know if I could live there. With that, I've always hated that the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Oh my God, what that guy is such a weasel, such a smarmy little weasel. But yeah, just the whole progressive agenda. He's just letting me know because he's over there trying. He's from Ireland, but he's trying to deal with he's trying to do online dating there, and it's such a nightmare trying to deal with these chicks. In the messaging apps, because they're so concerned about the bear bug and all this stuff, and it's funny. I don't know. It's kind of funny that, but he kind of gave up. He didn't give up, but he's like he just started trolling them because it's been so, like he said, it's been so frustrating. So he kind of like, I don't know if I could give an example of one of his trolls. I'll try and pull something up. It's kind of funny. Some of the stuff he was sending was kind of funny. Let me see if he gets something. Yeah, let me catch. Yeah, he started trolling him hardcore, but yeah. So let me get one here. Okay. So let me see. Okay, so he said, "Do you do much independent research into the topic?" This is from Bumble apparently. Said, "Do you do much independent research into the topic yourself to debunk him successfully and show him the error of his ways? Shame on people like that to be allowed walk the streets thinking that benevolent forces want to simply profiteer from this awful tragedy." Oh wait, shit. Okay, let me start again. Okay, so my friend says, "So what are your thoughts on the bear bug, let's just say?" And she says, "Oh, strong start. I think it's showing the gaps in our healthcare system." And he says, Yeah, it's a mad world full of such selfish anti-maskers. Some people are so crazy to think that we won't regain our freedoms and civil liberties once the entire world is forced vaccinated. They think we will live in some 1984 surveillance world of curfews and masks forever, and that corporations control public policy for profit. It's mad how ridiculous people can be with their wild conspiracies. And then he's clearly he's trolling her, by the way. And then she says, I went on a date with this one guy, perfect date, but he was a pandemic believer. I just feel that that's a really selfish mindset and inconsiderate. Um, so then he said, did you do much independent research into the topic yourself to debunk him successfully and show him the error of his ways, my friend trolling her? And then he says, shame for people like that to be allowed walk the streets thinking that benevolent forces want to simply profiteer from this awful tragedy. And she says, no, because that's a waste of time trying to fight people on it. It's worse enough someone is spreading that much time trying to make someone as simple as a pandemic into some crazy government conspiracy. I think people can't accept a simple answer, so they go on the total deep end to make something simple crazy. It just goes on like that, but he's completely trolling her. But I mean, obviously, trolling chicks is not it's not going to get you laid. But according to him, it seems like all the chicks he's been matching with have been just like refusing to meet because of because of the situation. So he's just kind of like, once he knows that a chick is like that, he's like kind of throwing the towel in. I always tell guys, it's not, don't try and like, at least try and not to go down that road. Try not to like, because you're not going to win an argument with someone that's already been brainwashed. And these people are brainwashed, 100% brainwashed. But yeah, some guys just don't have the patience, and I don't blame him in a way. It's just like you really need some serious patience. Yeah, so I just finished the last one. So he says, yeah, it's much better that we just do exactly as the government tells us, even though they are eradicating our rights never to return. It's for our own safety, and I can't believe people out there actually want to have freedom. Being enslaved in our homes, living in constant state of fear for a virus with a 99.96% survival rate is much better for us all, as it protects the old and vulnerable. It's a real sign of high intelligence to take everything the media tells us at face value and not critique anything. I really laugh at the selfish idiots that surf the web looking for answers on what you say is such a simple issue. The virus is a killer and must be stopped at all costs. And then she's like, kind of feel like you're trolling me, dude. And then he's like, I am. He says this, I am, you're a dumb bitch. Okay, he says, I am, you're a dumb bitch for only realizing this now. And even dumber bitch for being an indoctrinated governmental slave sheep. Yeah, I told him he's probably gonna get banned for trolling like that. I've been banned for way less. Yeah, like in Japan. But sometimes it's fun to troll people. I mean, especially really annoying progressive idiots that have been completely like, just completely, lapping up the propaganda, like sucking the propaganda in through a straw. Like that's all they're eating. Night and day, morning, night and day, mainstream propaganda, sucking it in through every orifice. Like insane, like just such simpletons. It's just so like, they're so infuriatingly self-righteous. There's there's one phrase that like boils my piss more than anything, and it's when a chick says, I'm not going to go looking for it now, but he sent me another one where someone was like, a chick was like, what's the phrase? I don't know. It's like, please get educated, or educate yourself. educate yourself on this topic. When a progressive says that, I say, okay, let's go to war. Let's just. It's better to have a war. I want to go to war. War is better than this insufferable shit. Like I'd rather bloody like enrage. Let's go. Let's have a war. Let's go. It's better than this like bullshit. Get educated. Educate yourself. Educate yourself on this topic. Oh man, it's like, okay, I want a war. Like I want to. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so Danny says, I believe the beer bug is real. I've seen its US patent number. But this horseshit pandemic, that's the real hoax. The beer bug isn't anywhere close to as deadly as the left wants to make it out to be. Well, we all have our own opinions. There's all kinds of viruses going around, but I'm not going to get into it here, but if anyone thinks that this is not like planned out, then I don't know if this is the right channel for you. But I've been out here in Japan, and I saw some statistic that showed that for the month of November, there was more suicides than for the whole year for apparent beer bug deaths in the month of November only for the whole year. So shut down the world economy, shut down everything, and there is far more suicide deaths in the month of November alone than the entire beer bug death rate for the whole year. That's crazy. It's just mental. Let's see. Time Traveler says, educate yourself. I only have an opinion on the subject and cannot provide verifiable facts. So therefore, I have nothing too intelligent to add, or that's what I hear when I'm told that. Yeah, it's a sign of just like pure low IQ. It's such a low IQ thing to say. Please educate yourself on this topic. Like, get educated, loser. Like, get educated, you Nazi. It's like, okay, you're a dumb idiot. These people are just like extreme simpletons, like basic, like real low IQ, like real stupid people. But they go around telling people to get educated. And it's funny because, most of these people are educated. They go to college. That doesn't, you can go to college, you can get educated. It's not going to make you a smarter person. It's not going to, just because you get educated, just because you go to college, just because you study something, it doesn't make you a smarter person. It's just like, but you can, when someone's stupid, like when someone like, you can go to college, you can study this bullshit, you can get your little arts degree and this, that, and the other. It doesn't mean it's going to make you a smarter person. Obviously, when these idiots go to college, it makes a lot of them like they come out way stupider because they get indoctrinated with the all these progressive ideologies. That's the reality. Is like kind of intelligence is kind of like it's hard to, you can improve yourself, you can build yourself up, but it's like it's hard to improve like in intelligence. A lot of these people just are not intelligent. They're just that's why they're so easily indoctrinated. And unfortunately, the thing is, like, actually intelligent people can also be like the propaganda can also make, there's obviously intelligent people out there that are still like, that get, the propaganda is just so hard, fast and thick, it gets to them as well. I know plenty of supposedly intelligent people, that engineers, like doctors, whatever, but they're idiots in other ways. They're just not. They're so the propaganda. They believe everything they see on TV, kind of thing. Tony says, I agreed with MLD. The pandemic shit is for the purposes of control and killing the economy. 100%. It's all about control. It's I mean, it's out there in the open. It's like it's not even a it's called the Great Reset. That's not that, before that that sounds conspiratorial. It's like they have websites. The UN has websites that explain it. It's all out there. It's not even a conspiracy. It's just like, oh yeah, and like so many world leaders are like admitting that it is it's a good time now. It's a good time to have a great reset, right? Just now, so many of them have said it. It's crazy, but yeah. So it was another episode. I tend to deviate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'll be back tomorrow night. As usual, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure the bell is hit. And so you get notifications. Check out the links. I will be back. I'll see you tomorrow. So wherever you're at, have a good day. Peace out. Catch you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.